Countries are begging foreign men to impregnate their women. I know this sounds like clickbait, but it really is not. Today's video comes from a variety of sources. The first video that we're going to check out comes from the Taken by Japan channel. Their channel will be linked in the description of the video, so you can go check them out and support them. And then our next video will then be coming from the More to Life channel, and his channel will be linked in the description of the video so that you can go check him out and support him as well. Watch to the end of the video to fully understand the implications of foreign countries now begging for foreign men to come to their countries, impregnate their women, and also contribute to society because they are basically in a crisis of population. Before we begin, I want to remind you guys that no one ever lost women while chasing money, but a lot of men have lost money while chasing women. Your core focus should be right now on your finances. The financial system is on the brink of collapse. ATMs will freeze. Banks will lock their doors. Your wealth is at risk. Learn how to protect your assets with crypto. Angry's Crypto Academy will teach you how to buy, sell, trade, and invest in the safest coins. And don't wait until it's too late. Secure your future now. And of course, guys, I want you guys to also take into consideration crypto day trading. We actually have a crypto day trading blueprint available in Angry's Crypto Academy. With the blueprint, you'll learn how cryptocurrency, crypto day trading can help you earn daily profits, even starting small. Imagine making $30 a day with $100 or even hundreds daily, trading small amounts, working just an hour a day. It's written so simply that even a fifth grader can do it. With banks collapsing and the economy in chaos, this skill is your lifeline. Click the link in the description of the video to check it out now. And now let's just go ahead and jump right into the first video.
By now, I'm sure you've heard the rumors about Japan's breeding visas. According to the internet, apparently Japan's population decline is so bad that they're offering foreign men to come to Japan, enjoy the sights, enjoy the sushi, and make babies. Social media has been blowing up with these rumors, everything from tweets to funny memes.
So desu ka. So desu ka. So desu ka. So desu ka. So desu ka.
And even Joe Rogan mentioned it on his podcast.
Population is dying off. They ain't making babies.
They're actually asking people to come over there.
Make babies. Here's what's actually going on. It is true that Japan's population is decreasing. In 2024, the number of children aged 14 and younger hit a record low of 14 million. Meanwhile, the number of people aged 65 and older hit a record high of 32.25 million. That's a huge disparity. This imbalance is creating a massive worker shortage. With fewer workers to pay into Social Security, people over the age of 65 who are retired are going to be in real trouble. To address this crisis, the Japanese government decided to expand its worker visa program, offering 5 years instead of the usual 1 or 3. The goal is to keep the workforce full and the economy running. That's it. But of course, the internet had other ideas. They decided to start calling it the breeding visa, saying that the Japanese government wants men to come here, repopulate the country, and then go home. I can see why this would get a lot of people excited, but it is completely false. The actual goal of this is pretty simple: fill empty jobs and not anything else. This rumor got so big that even some Japanese news stations had to publish stories saying that it was false. But hey, social media has never let facts get in the way of a good story. I'm sure there was one Japanese government official who was in the back room maybe whispering to somebody saying, if foreigners come here and stay longer, maybe they'll find love, get married, and have babies, and in turn, increase the population. I'm sorry to have busted anybody's bubble, but the Japanese breeding visa rumor is false. But if you have a skill and you want to come to Japan, now you can stay here longer. And if you find love and, get married, then sure, increase the population. Thank you everybody for listening. If you haven't yet, please subscribe.
Now, it's very easy for you to go and say, okay, so that's it, Angry. That was all there is. Well, first off, no, you're not right about that. The reality is that while the Japanese government is heavily focused on bringing men, yes, specifically men into the country to come and take the jobs and do the jobs that they can no longer sustain, that they no longer have people to do, there is more to the story than that. A lot of Japanese have changed their sentiment about foreigners in the country. A lot of Japanese women are inviting foreigners to the country. A lot of older Japanese people, I'm talking about specifically the baby boomers, are now much more interested and open to foreigners coming into Japan. The reason why is because they realize they're absolutely screwed. In the end, it only comes down to money. It always comes down to money. They no longer have people to work the farms. So they, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, Japan was very hesitant. They were even almost a bit xenophobic with the idea of a foreigner coming into their country and, taking farmland. Now they are ecstatic and they are quickly looking for foreigners to come and do things like grow food and work in their high-tech industries, because they don't have enough people to do these things. And they don't have Japanese people that are willing to do these things. What ends up happening is all of these farm villages that are in these places, all of these rural areas, they're dying off completely, because when these young people, reach adulthood, once they turn 18, they're gone. They're not going to take over the family farm anymore. They're not going to take over the family business anymore. They're not going to take care of society. They just want to chill. As a result of this, they are desperate to bring over as many foreigners as they can into the country that have skills and that are willing to work, including working on farms to grow food and to also work in Japan's continuously growing high-tech sector. And this includes every field in Japan. They don't have enough salarymen right now. Do not forget that Japan is a highly patriarchal society. But with that said, they are also attempting to get these people to stay in the country. They don't want you, when you come into the country, that 5-year visa is only that's just a preliminary thing. Once you come in, they don't want you to leave. If you are coming into the country, you are producing and productive in the country. They don't want you to leave. They want you to stay and they want you to reproduce. This is a very interesting something that I learned about quite some time ago. This is nothing new with Japan, because in Japan, everyone in Japan was basically Japanese. A lot of Japanese women, this goes back to the 80s and even maybe 70s, they would basically deliberately go and have a child with someone who was a foreigner, because they wanted their child to stand out. They wanted their child to look different. They wanted those traits for their children. I'm being very clear with you. So and this is not just Japan. It's like, for example, black guys are popular in Japan. Black and white guys are popular there too. But let's say in, like, for example, Thailand, white guys are very popular in Thailand. Black guys are popular too, but white guys are really popular in Thailand. So it varies, right? In Thailand, they want those features. So, for example, they have, like, their noses are different. They want the noses of a white person. They want those features. They want the skin color. It's a variety of factors. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? But that's just how it is. So a lot of these women in these countries, they want the features of these foreign men, because foreign men look exotic to them. If you're in Thailand, everyone is Thai. So if you have a person who comes from, of African or African American descent, or of European descent, you look exotic to them, because all they see are people who look like them. It's maybe sounds strange to you, but the way that we would look at a person we would look at a person from from South America who looks very exotic, is a mixture of different ethnic groups. That's the way they look at people like us who are not from Japan, who are not Japanese. They look at us as exotic, and of course they watch Japanese movie, they watch English movies and television. So they want to be in relationships. Now, we have a video from More to Life, and I'm going to go ahead and play his video, because he has they have a pretty big different take on it. And it kind of illustrates and shows you what actual Japanese people are saying. Of course, not everyone is going to say that I want a relationship with a foreigner, but you'd be more surprised to see how it's working out for these individuals over there. So let's go ahead and jump into More to Life's video. And again, his channel's linked in the description, so you can go check him out and support him.
Black guys.
めっちゃかっこいい。
Okay, okay.
Sexy.
And they are calling all black men, specifically immigrants, to come and impregnate their women.
Go out there and start producing with Japanese.
If you are black, please come to Japan. You don't get that once there, and you know what I'm talking about.
Hello, Fred. Well, looks like I gotta go to Japan and save a country.
Hey guys, welcome back to More to Life. Before I get into this video, I ask that you like, comment, subscribe. Also, smash that notification bell just to be sure you get my videos as soon as I release them. Let's get right into this. Now, with guys wanting to move and leave to certain places, I'll tell you a place where guys should go. It's Japan. And I've showed Japan before. I showed a little bit, but I have to show more because now Japan is calling for you. You know what they're saying? You know what Japan is saying? I love you, black man. Just like that with the Asian voice. I love you, black man. Just like that. So I'm going to show you the proof now. Let's get right into it.
Yes.
What do you like about black guys?
Sexy.
Macho.
Surprise.
So they asked a bunch of Japanese women, what do you think about black guys? They said sexy, cool. They're like Usain Bolt, handsome. That's what they think. They love you, brat man. So I'm gonna show you guys more proof now. Let's get more deep into this. Now here, I gotta show you guys this because this blew my mind. And it's a video on them saying they want to have black guys go to Japan and pay them. Well, I'll tell you right now what's going on in Japan. Right now in Japan, they're having a shortage. I guess a shortage of babies. You know what they did before in China? I'm guessing they did the same thing in Japan. Also, similar things in Korea. They do that a lot in these Asian countries. But now, they're asking for black men to come. And why is that? It's because these women, that's what they want. They want something different. They want something exciting, something cool. Your attitude, my attitude, they love that over there. They love you, brat man. Like that calm, cool demeanor with that deep voice, with that cool voice. That's like he's gonna raise somebody without even trying. With that attitude like mine, that's natural for us. That's what they want. But let me get right into this.
Black men, Japan needs you. Japan is calling specifically for black men. I know you are saying why, Tasha. They say they need babies, and black men tend to make a lot of them. After South Korea proposed last week $75,000 per baby that a family has, Japan is in desperate need, okay? And they are calling all black men, specifically immigrants, to come and impregnate their women.
That's what we do, right? Yeah.
So that they can save their dying population.
Now they're calling for black guys to come because that's what they want. They don't want really other people. They just, when you see them, I'm going to show more evidence of that. But that's what they want.
I don't understand because, you know, black men were once and still is on the inner side of the line.
That's a who said.
Which means their lives, I mean, what are you going to guarantee us if we send our men over there?
Wait a minute. Who are you?
What the living hell is this? Y'all, these women think that men are their SL. I told you about women. What the living hell is this? No, it's just women playing games. Am I seeing this? She is out of her tail. No. What the hell? Did this woman literally just say, what is Japan going to give to African American women in exchange for their black men? Y'all, I told y'all, women in Western society, regardless of your ethnic background, view you as property. This is the reason why they were going after the passport king so hard. So now that they can't prevent these men from going, they are saying that they want compensation for allowing these men to go. They are trying to tax other countries, in exchange for allowing them to have access to the utility of the men from their countries. Women believe that we as men, all right, white women, black women, American women, westernized women, believe that we are their properties. We are their property. And that they have to be compensated if anyone else benefits from us. So I told you, they don't like us, but they view us as something that belongs to them for them to extract wealth and resources from. This is the reason why I constantly say, go where you're appreciated, go where you're celebrated. Stop giving these women money. Stop holding the door. All right. Focus on your relationship with God. Focus on getting your money. Focus on your relationship with yourself. All right. Stop buying flowers, start buying crypto. Okay? Guys, don't ever forget, nothing says you care like crypto. Ask you something. When the banks collapse, and trust me, it's coming, will you be ready? Imagine waking up to ATMs that don't work, bank doors chained shut, and millions of people left with nothing. No cash, no access to their savings, and no way to survive. But it doesn't have to be that way for you. That's why I created Angry's Crypto Academy, to teach you everything you need to know about crypto so you can protect yourself and your family. You'll learn how to buy, sell, and even day trade crypto for a living. Plus, we alert you to new crypto trends so you can profit before everyone else even knows what's happening. Right now, I've just published an exclusive investment guide inside the Academy, and it's linked in the description below. In it, I reveal the one coin that could make you a millionaire. A coin so revolutionary, it could change everything. If you missed out on Bitcoin and Ethereum, this is your second chance. This isn't just about financial freedom. It's about survival. When the system collapses and everyone else is selling, you'll be the one buying, prepared to weather the storm and thrive while others struggle to survive. Don't wait. This knowledge isn't optional, it's critical. The link's in the description. Go check it out now.
So she's talking like she's in control of us. What are you going to guarantee us? Well, you nothing. It's us that's guaranteed. It's us guaranteed the money, right? You have nothing to do with it. Long gone the days where you think you control the black man. No, you don't. They said they're going to give us $75,000, right? Per kid. So a man can go over there and have 10 kids and live there like I'm living out here in the Philippines for going on 10 years. Yes. Go out there and see. Actually, I'm gonna take a trip out there with my son. But yeah, I suggest going out there and seeing what it's about. Because I'm gonna show you what it's about right now. Let me get more into this.
Could you imagine? Think about this. After everything they put us through, everything, y'all trying to take these men out. Now you need them to repopulate the earth. The United States is responsible for what's going on over there in Japan. Why should we be held responsible? And get this, they ain't even paying no money to do it. They're just saying, please, black men, immigrants, please come have babies without women. What are you waiting for?
This is the way.
Here's the thing. We're going to need to run some tests because it could be from what happened years ago as to why their population is down. You know what I'm saying? That stuff's still in the soil. It's still in the air. You already know what I'm talking about. What's that white man name that thought it was a genius idea to create the biggest bullet in the world? Oppenheimer. Yeah, that's his name. So why is it that, y'all called him this, y'all called him that, you enslaved and you did this, and now you ain't calling for white men. You ain't calling for, you calling for to come save your community. And I'm going to go over there and I'm going to start me a negotiation firm over there in Asia and stuff. And I'm going to have black men come breed with them, but they're going to get benefits. They're going to get lifetime.
Why do you care?
Protection from any type of child.
Y'all, do you see this BS? Do you see this BS? These women want their cut. These black women want, guys, y'all, I've never seen anything like this in my damn life. What the living hell is this? She's not playing games. She's very serious. Jesus Christ, y'all, no. What kind of cloud world are we living in? Listen to me. What the hell is this? Is this ish? Listen, African American men, black men, is this normal in your community? I'm gonna be real. I did not know a lot about the African American community. I just did not. For most of my life, I learned a lot from other men. And What the living? Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all. I used to think that black guys. I used to think that they were just being too pushy. For example, when we were in, I'm one of the people who helped found the MGTOW communities, what we call modern MGTOW, the modern MGTOW community, men going their own way. And it's interesting because back then, they used to say that we've been doing this a lot longer than the rest of y'all. And I'm like, no, you haven't. We've all been going through it, all right. And I had no idea that they really had been going through this a lot longer than we had, because they basically claimed, this is what the story that they used to say. They said that back in the 60s, these men from the government showed up and offered women in their community public assistance and put them out of their homes and their communities. And it sounded outlandish. And then I started seeing videos where it actually showed, that men from the government came to these communities and offered these women public assistance in exchange, in the black communities, in exchange for not having a man in the home. And these men were actually put out of their communities. And by the early 1970s, something like 80% of all black households were headed by a black woman, by a single mother. 80%. This is insane stuff. Within 10 years or less than 10 years, the state single-handedly destroyed their communities. And that's when all that thug culture started to come in, because what did the women do? They started running around and picking up Tyrone's punk behind, Ray Ray's punk behind. That's when the Hispanic men also began coming in. All right. But when I say Hispanic men, I'm not talking about decent Hispanic men, because something that people don't know is a lot of Hispanic people are very conservative. If you go to like Mexico, for example, Mexico is a very conservative, it's a very religious, a very conservative country. But they have these things called huevones. They're known as lazy, very lazy people, right? That includes people like Pancho. Don't trust Miguel, Enrique. Let me tell you about Enrique. Sometimes you'll go over to Mexico, because I lived there for a long time, and you'll see people who don't have, you'll see these guys who they might be missing. Like you look at, they have where there should be hands, there are stumps. This is actually common in not just in Mexico, but in a variety of other countries outside of the US, including in India. So I've always had many, many Japanese friends, but I've also always had lots of Indian friends, right? Well, one of my friends from India, he told me a very interesting story. He said, if you ever go to India, you're going to see that there are some people walking around that do not have hands. And I said, well, what the heck does that mean? He goes, well, if you see a guy that only has one hand, it means that he took something that he should not have taken. If you see a guy that does not have any hands, it means that he didn't learn his lesson the first time. I saw, when living overseas, I saw people who just did not have hands. They just had stumps. And this was very common. And the guys who are like this, they didn't care. They would somehow get dressed, and I don't know how they would go to the bathroom and wipe. I don't know how the hell they do this, but they lived like this. And it's not, and over in these countries, it's normal for there to be people who don't have hands or don't even have tongues. And I think you can use your imagination why this would occur. But it just kind of illustrates just how conservative these countries are. And there's a lot of very decent people in these countries, but they don't tolerate BS. Like, for example, all those guys who have relationships with people who they should not, people who may not be of age, they don't make it. They don't make it, or if they do, they will never speak again. If you understand, like I said, when I talk about the guys who don't have tongues, right? So we end up getting some of the very worst people in Western society. We get the little ponchos, and these are the people they don't like over there. They can't stand these people. So you end up having Poncho, and Poncho, he runs into the US for freedom, because he knows they don't tolerate that type of BS over there, because they will discipline Poncho over in Mexico. All right? Entiendo? Comprende? They don't tolerate they don't tolerate Pancho's crap over in Mexico. They don't tolerate that crap. So Pancho comes to the US and he starts running around in these communities and creating problems in these communities and making babies in these communities. I didn't even know these things. I had no idea what was going on. And then like I have guys like MK Fitness telling me that as soon as Pancho is done, you know, he'll just run down to the local flea market, local Hispanic flea market, and get himself a new ID card, a new identity, and he'll start it all over again. You know, he'll do it all again. He'll do it all again the next day. Just like how if you put Gen Zers in prison, you know, they're just going to eat, sleep, drink, get drunk, you know, smoke, do drugs, play games, get laid, you know, and then do it all again the next day. They're just going to have a good time. That's how Pancho is, you know. He's just going to basically run around these communities and then, you know, get these women pregnant, have children with these women in these communities, and then he's going to flee, go get himself a new identity, you know, and then do it all again the next day. You know, he's just going to have a good time. So these are the types of bad men that came into these communities and did these things. These African American men, not all African American men, but these specific group of men, these specific group of Hispanic men like Pancho, they're the ones who did these things in these communities. So, and women chose these men. Don't misunderstand. They chose these men, you know. And you have to think about it. When women choose these types of men, what does that say about them choosing these types of men? Because birds of a feather flock together, which means that you are just like these individuals on the inside. All right? Street knows street. Street knows street. That's how they are. So now these women are watching men leave their community. These women destroyed their communities, and now they're watching these men flee these societies, going overseas, going to other countries, going to places where, you know, they are appreciated and celebrated. All right. Do not simply go where you are tolerated. All right. Because as soon as they no longer need you, they will get rid of you and you're not going to like it. All right. So do not simply go where you are tolerated. Go where you are appreciated and go where you are celebrated. Now these women see it is obvious that they see that they can't stop these men. So now they're trying to put a tax on it. They're trying to get a cut. Trying to get a cut from it. All right, guys, these are D police. These are D police. And now they're trying to police these men as they're leaving and saying that, okay, well, if you think you're just going to have these men, we're the ones who gave birth to these men. So we're going to get our cut off these men one way or another. This is some BS, y'all. You have to be, I will fight for you. I will protect you from child support. I will do this and this and this, but I'm going to get my money. Y'all, that's an SLAVE master. That's an SLAVE master. What kind of backward, what kind of strange world, new world are we living in? This is a load of BS. Like I said, guys, you should not be focusing on relationships with these individuals. You should be focusing on getting your money right now, building your money up. All right. And I've said this before about day trading. You guys need to get into day trading. You can take something like $100 and go and check out the crypto day trading blueprint in the academy. This link in the description. Because guys, you can take $100, turn that $100 by doing very simple day trading into you can make $30 a day doing that from $100 realistically. All right, realistically, you can turn $100 a day doing 1 hour of work a day. If you have just $100, you can make $30 a day from that, just doing very basic day trading, and you're not doing anything advanced or anything like that. So basically, by learning how to trade crypto, you can achieve financial freedom. You can replace your income and quit the job that you hate. You can build security so you can create a reliable safety net to weather economic uncertainty, and you can live simple yet comfortable and generate daily profits that allow you to live below your means while enjoying luxury and comfort. And it allows you to take control of your future, which is something that every single one of you should be doing right now. You should all be focused on taking control of your future and getting the best value for what you're worth. Because as you can see, you are worth a lot. And these people are trying to take advantage of you, and they're trying to use you for everything. And guys, when it comes to, I really want every one of you to learn how to do this. When it comes to crypto day trading, the simplest and safest strategies for beginners are just there's like 3 right now. All right. So there's a technique called scalping. Scalping is just basically making small, quick trades to capture small price movements. All right. It's things like trend following, which is basically buying when the market is going up and selling when it's going down. And there's other things like range trading, okay, which is basically identifying price ranges where a coin tends to bounce back and forth, and then buying low and selling high within that range. We teach you all of these things in the Crypto Academy, in the crypto trading blueprint. And that's linked in the description of the video. And then basically we break everything down. We give you all the tools. So we give you the right tools that can turn even a beginner into a confident trader. Guys, you should not be chasing women. You should be chasing money, because as you can see, men are walking away from society. Men are going overseas. And what are women doing? They're chasing these men. They want these men. All right. Because I've said it plenty of times. A country without its men is not a country. A country without its men is a wasteland. It's a freaking wasteland. Know your kings. Know your worth. Know your damn worth.
Decide to leave and don't want to stay in these here countries, they're going to be set for life, which means anything that these kids bring, it is going to come back directly to the black family, which means if I send Sheck over there to breed, right? Let's just say hypothetically I sent him over there on a contract breeding, anything that these kids inherit is going to come back to us. The same way they do it with these, we used to be slaves on this land out here, and anything that we work, you know what I'm saying? They own and went back to their family. We going to start sending it back to Africa, back to the black families. That's the type of contract I need if you need the sperm.
No, what the hell is, listen to me. Black guys, I need y'all to just explain what's going on here, because I've never heard it. What the hell is this? What the hell is even this? What kind of backwards nonsense is going on? Black guy, I know we have a lot of black guys watching my videos. I need an explanation, black African American guys. What the hell is this? What is this? I am beyond confused. What is this? Jesus Christ! Oh my gosh!
Ain't dying. We're gonna get our kickbacks out of here. Moving on.
Yes, moving on. And guys are looking at this right now going, I'm gonna move on to Japan. I know guys are watching this going, I'm gonna move on to Japan, because they're calling for it. And you know what I gotta say? There's more.
Wait, there's more.
Remember that, guys? Remember that? I think I gotta find a clip. There's more. Let's get into this.
I don't know, guys. This is some really crazy stuff. I tell y'all, there really is more to life. And one of the things there's more to is more than relationships, about relationship with yourself, and your financial health. Modern women, wow.
Japanese are going extinct, and there's only one thing you can do to help us, and it is go out there and start producing with Japanese. Because we are going extinct, Japanese are getting rarer. I know this is not the best site that you're looking at, but it might be your last time that you're looking at real Japanese girl on TikTok.
They love you, brat man.
So yeah, come to Japan and help us, please.
We're booking flights.
Wow. That girl, she was doing an ad. Did you guys notice? She looked to the side a little bit like somebody was coaching her. She's doing an ad. And I think that ad worked, because this guy right here proved it worked. Check this out.
Japanese are going extinct, and there's only one thing you can do to help us, and it is go out there and start producing with Japanese. Because we are going extinct, Japanese are getting rarer. I know this is not the best site that you're looking at, but it might be your last time that you're looking at real Japanese girl on TikTok.
They are coming.
So yeah, come to Japan and help us, please.
Alright, now, that's wild, because guys say it all the time, right? The passport bros, alma mater.
A country without its men is not a country. A country without its men is a wasteland.
Go where you're loved. Go where you're appreciated. And they're showing that love and that appreciation in Japan and many other places too. Like, they say all that 4B movement, all that nonsense. That's not happening. Because you know, with all that stuff going on, who's getting love in Korea? The black man. Yes, I say it like that. The black man is getting love in Korea.
Don't you agree, Mr. Feather?
Word.
If you are black, please come to Japan. I don't care if it's for a day, a week. You gotta know what it's like to be here while being black. I love it. I love it so much, honestly. I think my experience made me want to learn Japanese. Like, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't have a reason to lie. I'm not getting paid to say this. When I got to Japan, I didn't want to learn the language. Why? Because I had Google Translate. But because, how can I explain what it's like being black in Japan? Being black in Japan is easy. It is so easy being here while being black. And I feel like if you're black, even hearing this, I know you want to come to Japan and see what I'm talking about. Listen, let me sell it to you. You can walk down the street, right? You don't get that one stare, and you know what I'm talking about from a distance. You go inside of a store, you're not being watched as if you're a criminal. I make friends easily in Japan. It's Americans here in Japan. I really only have Japanese friends. The only thing you might deal with while being black in Japan is random people come up to you, ask you for a picture, and everything you do will seem cool. Only thing. But yeah, I don't want y'all to take my word for it. Y'all need to come and find out for yourself.
Don't take his word for it. Go find out for yourself. But that's another man satisfied. He's actually out there, walking the street day by day, and you see that smile.
Now, let me make this very clear. They love white men in Japan too. They love white men. They like Eddie Redmayne, guys like that. They really like white guys over there. They think white guys are beautiful. They think they look like angels. Okay? So it's not just the brothers who are getting love over there. They want men of different ethnicities going to Japan. They want foreign men over in Japan. They absolutely do. Guys, I told you. I predicted this. Do not forget, I predicted this like almost 2 years ago. I said that it was going to be like the American Idol of competitions, international edition, where women all around the world were going to compete for Western men, for men from Western countries like the United States, like Australia, like the United Kingdom, even rainbow-loving little Canada. Okay? They're going to compete for these men. They're going to fight for these men because they want these men. And women in Western society, they have no recourse. Women are powerless in this world without men. And you know, Karen, I think her name was like Karen Strahan or something. She talked about this many years ago. She was an MRA about women wanting to use these men, using men as a come up. Basically, if men walk away, they're going to be walking right behind them. If you try to leave, they're going to climb on your back. And this is something frightening. It's absolutely frightening because we saw just a little while ago what this woman basically tried to do, basically saying, yeah, brothers, you're not going anywhere without us. You know, all right, listen, Japanese ladies, listen, Japanese government. You can't have these men unless we get our cut off these men. If you want the reproductive material from these men, we need a cut from any utility that you get from these men and from the children of these men. Guys, these people are SLAVE masters. That's what they are. They view these men as property, and they want a cut of anything that these men produce in these societies, as well as a cut off anything that the children of these men with these Japanese women produce in these societies. How would you come up with something like that? They view you as property. I told you, these people do not like us in Western society. They only want what we can. They only want what we have. They want what we can provide. They may like the way we look. They may like things we can do for them. They may like certain things about us, but they do not like us. We are nothing more than ATMs. All right. They just want our attention. They want our time, and they want our money. These people do not genuinely like us. Okay. You know, bro in the video said, go where you're appreciated. Not you guys. Don't go where you're simply tolerated. Go where you are appreciated, and go where you are celebrated. That last one is very important. It's not enough for them to just appreciate you. It's not enough for them to just appreciate you, okay? Because they can appreciate you now, and then in the next moment, they no longer appreciate you. No. Don't just go where you're. Don't just go where you're tolerated. Don't just go where you are appreciated. Go where you are appreciated and celebrated. All right? That's the honest to goodness truth. That's the honest to goodness truth about that. But like I said, one of the best ways of being able to do this, because many of you guys, if you want to live this life, you want to create passive income, one of the best things you can do is learning how to day trade cryptocurrency. That's one of the best things you can learn how to do. And you're not going to find anywhere, guys. We break it down for you so simple in the crypto blueprint for you, because guys, this way, no matter where you go, you will always be able to make money. And because you're an American, because you're from a Western country, you have access to these exchanges that people don't have access to. You have access to American currency or Australian currency, even though Australian currency is increasingly going to nothing. Okay, let's talk about English currency. The Australian dollar and the Canadian dollar are absolute trash right now. I'm not going to play games. They're absolute trash. Like that's what we call a pump and dump scheme. But the point I'm saying is that they still want these men. All right, they still want these men. And if you're one of these men, you have a lot of options. The women in your societies, these women can't pair bond. Think about it. Women from westernized societies can no longer pair bond with men in these societies. They are 100% cooked. I told you we're going to see the great V collapse of 2020, but something else happened in 2020 and the world was shut down for like 4 years. But things are picking back up now. All right. They took the V, dipped it in gold, put it on a pedestal, and said, "Worship me." All right. And we know how God treats false idols. God allowed them to go up to the highest mountain so they can fall from the highest peak. And when they hit the ground, they're going to be shocked what they discover down there. Guys, this is the reality that women have earned for themselves. And one of the best things you can do is focus on your money, getting your money up, investing in yourself. We have Content Creators Academy coming very soon. We're going to learn how to do things like this. We're going to learn how to build an online business, build an online presence so that you can do what I'm doing. This is a business, guys. YouTube is not my business. I use YouTube to build and grow my business. Okay. You need to have multiple streams of income. You need to have multiple streams of passive income, of making money. All right. I have multiple streams. I have 5 different streams of income right now. 5 different streams of income. Different streams of income that I make money from. 5 different ones. You need to have, and many of y'all, some of y'all out here with just DoorDash. Get the heck out of here. Get the heck out of here. This is no time to be playing around. And this is a once in a lifetime opportunity, especially with Trump, who's going to be dropping $1 trillion into Bitcoin and creating a Bitcoin reserve. And we have ETFs coming for Bitcoin. We have ETFs coming for Ethereum. We have ETFs coming for other coins, which we talk about in the academy. Guys, you should not be chasing women. You should be chasing money. All right. Because a man has never lost money. A man has never lost women chasing money, but a lot of men have lost money chasing women. I just want to tell you a little bit about the Crypto Trading for Dummies blueprint. With this blueprint, you'll learn how crypto day trading can help you earn daily profits, even starting small. Imagine making $30 a day with $100 or even hundreds daily trading small amounts. Working just an hour a day. It's written so simply that even a 5th grader can do it. With banks collapsing and the economy in chaos, this skill is your lifeline. Click the link in the description to check it out now.
Oh, the way he's speaking in extra gestures, his gestures are extra right now. You know, his gestures are there, like, you're like, man, that guy's happy. You see it in his eyes, you see it in his face. And God's looking at that going, yeah, I want to go out there and experience that. Why would you not? Right? Especially with women looking at how they looking. Like, you seen the woman in the ad I showed not too long ago? That's just seeing those women alone. It's a great promotion tool. Guys are going, oh yeah, I definitely want to buy. Let me show you guys this. Asian woman worship black men. The future is Afro-Japanese. It's wild. And look what they're showing. That's America and Japan. And look, you see that look she got for him? Look at that look. That's the look of love right there. It's like she's lusting after him, like, I want you. Man, like, I'm gonna take you right here, right now. Let me go on to this next one.
黒人と言ったら何が思い浮かびますか？
ただのモデル。足速そう。顔
Fast runners. They're cool.
ウィル・スミスです。運動神経が
Athletic.
均衡に決まってるという風なイメージがあります。ゴスペル？そうや。ダンスが上手とか、ビーオロゴンさん。あたりとか強いイメージ。運動がいいんじゃない？ちょっと怖いイメージがあります。オバマ。優しそうなイメージ。マッチョ。かっこいい。
Now, did you guys notice they said all that stuff with a smile and admiration? Fast runners, cool, stylish. So many makes me feel. The lady said makes me feel unimportant. Like, huh? What? Like, you really think so? That's because they see you on the television and then they meet you and you talk just like that. That's like me, the way I talk. They go, oh, you talk just like the guys here. Oh, you're exactly what I seen. You're exactly what I wanted. So when I seen you, and I'm getting that right here in front of my face. Could you imagine that? And then a guy like me, you know, I put it on with the muscles and all that stuff. You know, that's how you know how we do. You know how we do. Let me go on to the next one. Wait till guys find out most Asians prefer black men over any other race.
How many times you seen this type of couple in the streets? I'll wait. Exactly, okay? They are doing this for attention, and some of y'all are falling for it. Some of y'all are falling for it. And then you gotta think, if this is true, what's the big deal? Okay.
This guy can't be serious. He said they're doing it for attention, and most of y'all are falling for it. No, they're not. They want this is.
That's Pookie right there. That's Pookie right. That's Pookie right. That's Soraya calls him Mr. Pookie Man. That's Pookie right there. I used to think Tyrone. I used to think all these dudes were Tyrones. Like I thought you think Pookie is just another name for Tyrone, Ray. No. So Pookie is basically these types of good for nothings. They're not really thugs. They can't really fight. But you know, they're basically like they're kind of like little Poncho, like good for like, you know, little Poncho is not really good for very much. They're like Poncho, you know, they're lazy, sometimes overweight. You know, these are the type of good for nothings that a lot of, you know, African American women brought into their communities after they put out their good hard working husbands and partners, and they replaced them with these individuals. That's a Pookie right here. He's not a Tyrone is a thug. A Pookie is basically just a good for nothing. You know, so like he's kind of like he's basically like a little Bonjo, like a way bon. That's another thing about living in another country. You learn certain words that you don't have in America, and you can't say like there's certain things you may not be able to describe certain things in your own language, but when you learn another language, they have words that mean certain things that allow you to expand your ability to express yourself. And it's because I can express myself in another language, even though yo necesito practicar español mucho más. Es no muy bueno. Pero poco. Okay? I can speak at least a little Spanish. Yo entiendo poco español, no mucho, pero yo entiendo poco. I can at least speak a little. I can at least understand a little. Granted, I should know mucho más, a lot more than I do, but it allows you to expand your understanding of things and your ability to communicate. Don't forget that Spanish is actually Spanish is the most spoken language in the world. It's not Mandarin. Mandarin is the language that's spoken the most in a country in the world. Okay, so more people in the world speak Mandarin than in any other language, but that's in one damn country. Okay, in terms of in the world, in terms of the language most spoken around the world, it's actually Spanish. And Spanish can help you to learn other languages, but it's not just Spanish. You know, learning Japanese, learning other languages, it helps to improve your cognitive abilities, the way you think, and your ability to express yourself, as well as your creativity. So that's something I definitely recommend a lot of men do, is practice other languages and meet people who speak other languages, make friends with them, because they can help you to learn as well. And a lot of times a lot of times when you meet someone else, they are very they're very open to helping you learn their language because they want you to speak their language. It's a very cool thing. It's a very interesting thing. So definitely take that into consideration.
What they want. It's not, oh, because they're with the guys and they're like, you've seen it. You've seen tons of evidence, right? Guys there with the woman and she's dancing. Let me show you guys this.
Garota japonesa convida cara negro para ir ao seu apartamento, aprender mais sobre a cultura japonesa.
Super
I don't know. That looked like cooperation and admiration, just like they were saying in that one video, didn't it? Didn't it look like that? Let me go on.
Man, prayers have been answered. It's like the Most High is called upon us and giving us this holy mission that we need to fulfill. Japan, the land of the rising sun, needs black men. They need black men to plant our seeds, to spread their garden, because they have no plants out there to photosynthesize in the land of the rising sun.
Guys, go where you're appreciated. Go where you are celebrated. Countries are begging foreign men to impregnate their women. I told you, women in Western society are going to find themselves living in extraordinary states of poverty, destitution, and hardship in the coming years as Project 2025 takes off. We already see what Donald Trump has done. You already saw that he went through with his promise and he freed the January 6 hostages. You already see that he's already signed up, made birthright changes, and now, you know, people who come into the U.S., they will not automatically be given automatic birthright if they have a kid here. It's not happening. You know, their children will be automatically given automatic citizenship. All of these things are changing, and where we're heading back to is a focus on the family. Many of you guys remember focus on the family from the 90s. That's all coming back right now. Okay, Only Fools and Lonely Fans is going to be banned, and those good for nothings who created that platform and the women on those platforms, many of them are going to end up in prison for. Many of them are going to end up in prison for, what do you call that? For tax evasion. The people who created the platform, a lot of them are going to end up in prison for basically a lot of the garbage that's on the platform. A lot of people who are not of age that were also taking advantage of on the platform. There's gonna be a lot of lawsuits. Only Fools is gonna get shut down, just like TikTok got shut down. Only Fools is gonna get shut down, and then platforms like Only Fools, just like how they shut down Intimate Encounters on Craigslist, and then they went after back pages and they shut that down. That's exactly how they're gonna treat Only Fools. They're gonna shut down Only Fools, Lonely Fans, and after they get that down, they're gonna go after Fansly and any other platforms like these piece of trash platforms. They're going to shut them down one by one. And then even Patreon eventually, where, you know, a lot of women there, you know, posting their content and they're trying to make it look like it's just like it's just for fans and memberships. It's not Only Fools. They're eventually going to go after Patreon as well. Because they're going to go after, they're going to see the kind of garbage that's going on there as well. And then Patreon's going to have to change their policies, and these women will have nowhere to hide. And of course, because they've been on Only Fools, because they've been on Lonely Fans, they're not going to be able to come back from this, because they're not going to, guys, jobs are very hard to get right now. The AI agent is coming out. It's already here. The AI agent is already here. And what this does is it allows you to replace a lot of jobs. For example, one of my big dreams is to start making my own video games, but you need coders, you need developers, designers, and of course, what these applications can do now is I can actually, because I have a background in computer science, I can use this software to have it generate the code for me instantly. I don't have to work with anyone. I can use these new engines that are being developed by NVIDIA to automatically just using text to speech to generate the visuals that I need for a game, and I can put everything together. All right. Just like I'm able to create content for you and even when it comes to doing things like, you know, creating voices for a game or something, I can even use AI to generate the voices, even if you may not like it, if it's not perfect. A lot of voice actors aren't going to have jobs anymore. A lot of voice actors aren't going to have jobs anymore because you're going to have the software that's going to just generate all of the voices. So it's going to basically play all of the roles of the voice actors, and it's going to do it instantly. And you're going to just set the provisions of the kind of voices that you want and the tones and whatever, and you're going to just do that. Why would I pay a voice actor when I can generate this all very quickly? All right. And it's good enough, and I'm going to save money. People are like, I'll never play a game like that. Bro, if it's good enough, it's good enough. And you don't have any of these woke people to deal with, you know, it'll get better over time. It will get better over time. That's, I live my best life that way. That's what a lot of men are going to be out here doing, living our best lives, chasing our passions, not chasing women, chasing money, not women, chasing a relationship with God. All right. Chasing our relationship with God, developing a relationship with ourselves, not with women. And and the only women who are going to get men are women who truly show that they want to desire, that they desire us, that they appreciate us, that they celebrate us, and that they will submit to us. Countries are begging foreign men to impregnate their women, and these men are rising up. Yes, they are. Let me know your thoughts, and we'll talk about it in the comments. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA, men walking away, and cheers.
Nothing says you care like crypto. Nothing can compare. Nothing says you care like crypto. Oh, nothing can compare to crypto.